Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode we are starting a new series. This is Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I have played this before. I believe I did all the story missions, not missions, story jobs I guess you'd say. But there was a lot more that I didn't get into, and it's a game that I enjoyed, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot here, so go ahead and this is a new save, starting fresh. As you can see, I'm level 1, 0 XP. So we are completely starting fresh here. So, let's go ahead and gonna not do the story one first. I'm gonna do some of the side ones here, because they are like very simple since they're very like early on. Our status. So all we have to do is change power steering fluid and windshield washer fluid, and I do that all out here. And it was what again? Power steering and windshield washer. So let's go to drain power steering fluid and windshield washer fluid. And then we're gonna go ahead and part unmount, take the cap off, and automatically starts filling. Not automatically starts filling, but it goes to the fill animation. That one is done. And take out the windshield washer fluid. Cap. This in there. And then that's it for the first one. First job is usually very, very simple. Well, I guess it is. It's not usually. It is very simple. And I believe that's it for this one. Yep, got them both done. There's no other task here. Finish order. So we profited $69 off of that. That's it. So next one, we're going to go ahead and do another side one here. Once we do this side one, we'll go ahead and jump right into the story one. Okay. What do we have to do to this fella? Refill brake, refill coolant, refill washer. So I don't have to drain it, it's just refill. So I just have to add brake fluid, coolant fluid, washer fluid. So take the cap off. And fill her up. That cap off. It's clean under here. And brake fluid. I mean, if your brake fluid's low, I would have to say you either have a leak or very low brakes. But that's all the customer wants. That is all they get. Alright, so that should be all that one. Finish order. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the story one here, because usually the story ones are a little bit more involved in the beginning. It's not just fill fluid, fill fluid, fill fluid. So we're probably just going to go ahead and take it into the lift. Just going to take it up one, that way the tires are off, just in case we have to do brakes, because with that rusted lug nut out of, or lug stud, I guess, I would say that we're going to have to do something there. Just passing by and I noticed your repair shop. It's good that somebody took care of that old ruined petrol station. The car that I'm coming with today is quite a recent purchase. It was used daily. The condition is rather okay. It would be okay to check the oil and tires. That should be no problem. Okay, so we need brake pads, fuel pump, oil filter, round air filter, standard tires. Okay, so we need the air filter, which is under here. Right here. And then we needed what? Brakes, oil filter. So we got to raise it, drain the oil before taking off the filter. Because if not in this game, if you take the oil filter off without draining the oil, you get charged money for making a mess. So go ahead and drain it. Turn it back to where it goes. Again, take the oil filter off. And then what brakes? Oh, you can't see through them. I'm going to assume it's this one just because of the because we have to free up the one. So I'm going to assume it's this one. Now I can click on it. Okay, stop yawning. Now I can click on, so if you go into your car status and you click on these, yeah, the little star lights up, it will highlight which ones you need. So we need the front ones. So there is a way to know exactly which one. Like how instead of WD-40, it's DW04. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, DW04, right? Yeah. That's funny. Alright, we also got to do the fuel pump. Grab that out. I think that's it, right? We got the brake pads off, we got the fuel pump out, we got the oil filter off, we got the filter, we did not have the tire. And that is one thing in this game that I am horrible at. Remembering the size of the tire. I don't know why, but man, that is a struggle for me. It's like very, very bad. And what throws me off is when we get into buying tires, I'll explain why I have an issue in here. Can't stop yawning today. Let's go ahead and open up our inventory. We are going to need a fuel pump, so I'm going to add it to our shopping list. We are going to need a brake pad. We are going to need an oil filter. We are also going to need the air filter. Didn't I take off both sets of brakes? I did not. I just know that we needed two, and I only saw one. That's why I was confused. Move. Take on. Okay, so no, not that. So now now that I have the tire there, I can go ahead and add 4 of those. Even though I only need one, I know I need 4 of them. All right, so let's go ahead and take this off. Separate that. Let's go over to this powder. Go to the tires. You know, this is where I run into my problem with remembering size tires. So 215, 75, 15. Pretty straightforward. Okay to remember if you're good memory. My memory's not. So it's hard for me to remember that already, first off. But the other problem I have is the 215, 75, 15s. This is where I get my confusion from. So amount, okay, I need 4, you know, understand it. Instead of it being 215, 75, 15, I have to put in the size first, because if not, the width doesn't go to 215. It only goes to 205. You have to put in the rim size. Then you have to put in the width, which is 215. And then the profile, which is 75. So, I don't know. I wish that, like, the numbers really didn't matter. Maybe it does. Like, maybe I can do 215 with a 14-inch rim if I do, like, the not normal size tires in the settings. And maybe that would help. But I just wish these were, like, in the same, like, the same order as the tire name. Like, not name, but the numbers on the tire. Because when you look at the tire, it says 215, 75, 15. In the buying system, you have to do 15, 215, 15, 215, 75. Very weird. Very, very weird. All right, let's get out of the tire shop. Let's go back to here, because we need a fuel pump. I wish you can, like, double-click this. Instead of having to hit, instead of clicking on it. And then hitting buy part. Like, I guess it makes sense so you don't accidentally buy it, but I feel like double clicking would be very useful. Now let's go over here. Get that off. Separate the last one. Part assembly mode. The brake pads on that side. Caliper should take us over, so we gotta put the bolts back in. Too full. There it is. A full pump. Go out. Over here. Take our last tire off. Now we can install new tires. And then we also have to balance them. So when this one's done, we'll throw it on the balance once we get the other one going. Takes it, like, speeds it up just a little bit. That off. Take that off. Oh, boom. I think that was the last tire, right? Wasn't really counting. Is there a way to open my inventory? Can I just hit I? Can. Okay, yeah, all 4 are on there. Okay, good. Go ahead, assembly mode, put on the tires. Now, when you put tires on, maybe in real life, maybe because in this it doesn't matter, but in real life, if you're putting tires on, do you do the start pattern? Or do you sort of just go around and about? I was always told to do the start pattern because it, like, seats the tire evenly, and it doesn't, like, make it go on crooked. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but maybe with car tires, no, but maybe truck tires it is, because I know some truck tires, they go on very, like, they're difficult to get on evenly. So you have to, like, sort of, like, work it on, like, with the lug nuts. I don't know if that's not the right way to do it, and that's why it was a struggle, but, you know, live and you learn. But yeah, I was just seeing, you know, you go in the start pattern, or do you just go like this, just go roundabout? Choose and go. Pretty sure you're supposed to do a start pattern. Could be wrong, but... And can't forget the oil filter. And of course, lower it back down so we can put some Olay in it. Oh, and we had to do the air filter. Glad it's not a newer, like a newer Chevy in the Colorados. I think it was the Colorados that had the, maybe it was the Suburbans, the 5.7, that have this stupid plastic wing nut that screws on. It never works. Hate those things. Go back in there. You gotta fill it. Put some Olay. How much? Let's see. Till we run out. One thing about this game I wish that they had, where you had to, like, maybe it would be difficult, but I feel like you should have to look up how much oil it takes, and you should have to get individual quarts or gallons, or, you know, or get like a machine that pumps and you have to measure how many quarts go in instead of just chug-a-lugging until the jug falls down a little bit. Wish it was like you had to actually measure it and everything. All right, what else do we have to do? Oh, we have to change the brake and power steering. So let's get out our handy dandy suction here. Scoop that milk out. Never seen brake fluid milky, but power steering fluid, what does that look like? Milk also. Okay. Usually that's red. But we'll let it go. And what, maybe I'm like thinking of this wrong, but what is dot 3 and 4? I thought it was dot 3 or dot 4. But I thought they had different boiling points. I don't understand how you can have both. To me, that doesn't make sense. Maybe there's something else that's different between dot 3 and 4, but I thought it was just boiling point. Like, under more pressure or something? I don't know. I know this baby's rusty, though. I tell you that. I know later in the game when we get some cars from the junkyard that are rust buckets and missing parts and everything, I don't know why, but I literally go, I take everything off. Go repair it and come back, and the car's usually like 100%, and then I sell it. I don't know, it's very satisfying. Except for when you get too many of the same cars that have like the same engine. So when you tear it down, it's the same way. Because like the Chevy engines in here, oh my, is it annoying trying to take out them little push rods and all the rockers, and then sometimes they have like that little cam bridge, and oh man. But it's gonna be fun when we get to it. That should be everything, right? That is everything. Okay. How much do we get from this? Does it tell us? Oh, yeah, it does. Did we get 2,000? Nice. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do another side one until we get to level 2. I have no idea if this is even recording. Okay, so there's no blue one, so it's not a there's no blue mission, so there's no story mission. So let's go ahead and work on the 370Z, huh? All right. Let's see. What do we have to do? Refill, refill. Refill break. And what was the other one? Power steering fluid? Yeah. That's what I thought it was. That's it. We got 2 XP from that. That ain't enough. Brake problem. Let's get a brake job. They're always good. Oh, we already know it's having brake problems, so let's just go ahead and throw it on the leaf. Going up. Moon. How fast it is. It's probably going to be like an ABS module. No, that caliper looks bad. That rotor is horrid. That rotor is horrid. That rotor is horrid. It's literally just 3 rotors. 2 rotors. 3 rotors. A caliper and an ABS pump. Front one slotted? Oh, vented. Okay. Did they have like the 2 pieces of metal? Like they have the vents in between the rotor. Yeah, right there. The little vents in there. Take off the caliper. Take off brake pads. And give me that rotor. It was this one that had the bad caliper, right? Yeah. I also have no idea if this is recording because OBS is literally like, if I like everything's working like when I look at the preview, but whenever I look at the timer for recording, it is literally stuck and it's frozen. But when I click on it, it counts up for like a little bit and then stops again. I have no idea if this is even recording. And if it's not, this would be the second time I tried recording this episode because I did one and the quality was absolutely horrible. On top of the quality was horrible, then the mic, for some reason, it didn't have the background noise eliminator on it because I have the Elgato Wave 3, so it has like the Elgato background noise eliminator or whatever it's called. For some reason, that wasn't applied because I guess it doesn't do it automatically every time it turns on. I don't know. So you can hear like my AC, you can hear everything. It was very annoying. So then I tried re-recording it because obviously that's not what I want. And now I don't even know if it's recording because OBS is, the time is frozen. Can't win. Can't win at all. Okay, let's go to inventory. We need 2 of those. We need 1 ventilated and we need 1 caliper. Let's lower this down. Because we also have to get the ABS pump, I believe, right? Right? Yeah, ABS pump. Which is back there. Now, I don't know if we have to drain the brake fluid to take that pump off. We should technically have to. Not to take the module off, but to take the pump because the brake lines are connected to it. Yeah, see the brake lines are connected to it. So let's go ahead and drain the brake fluid just to be on the safe side because I really don't want to lose money for that. And I can use that milk in my bowl of cereal tomorrow. because for some reason the brake fluid's milk. Not sure what that's about, but whatever. And ABS pump. So let's go ahead to the computer. We need 2 of those. Remove that. We need 1 of those. I keep double clicking because I think it works, but I know it doesn't. And then the ABS is going to be an electrical. Pretty sure it's that one. Alright, now go back and boom, boom. I wish it was this easy just to, you know, take a couple bolts out. You don't have to take half the car apart to get to it. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and put the caliper on this side. Should have probably put a new piston in there too, but we're early on. We don't have to replace everything. Want to try to make as much money as possible. With that brand new rotor with not new brake pads. Makes sense. But what are we talking about here? It'll stop. Or will it? Depends on if you get to bleed the brakes in this game with new caliper. But you don't. You should have to get like a 1-man brake bleeding thing in this to bleed the brakes. Because if not, when you go to like the test track and everything, like you should have no brakes on that one side or whatever you replace. Like if you replace all the calipers, obviously you should have no brakes. But then again, I removed the ABS pump. So you should have to bleed the ABS. You should have to bleed the brake. You should have to do all that. Like I understand you can't have every little tiny detail. But it is a simulator because it is called Car Mechanic Simulator, but regardless, still a fun game, still enjoyable. Is that everything? I have to close the hood, but might as well. Is that enough for next level? Brake fluid missing. You know, because I went to go click on it and I was in the part mount screen. Like how when we take it out, it looks like milk, but in that, it looks like gravy. Why's everything got to be food with me? Gravy, milk, everything. Level 2. Let's go. Alright, so now that we leveled up, we get little skill points so we can upgrade our little things here. We can do move faster. I think we already moved quick enough. I don't really need that. Ability to fix parts from Group 1. Not really worried about that right now. Screwing speed is huge because it's so slow. Mounting and unmounting speed is pretty huge. Discount, not really worried about this early. Cuts time to examine part by 0.05. Yeah. I'm going to do the screwing speed, and then the next one I'm going to do is the part discount. God, I got to hold enter, not left click. And then if you go up here and you either hit like your little button to go across or just click it, or you know what I mean. Controller's a little different, but we're going to go ahead and grab a couple of these here. We're going to go ahead and grab the onboard diagnostic because that will help with misfires. So when a car comes in with a misfire, it'll tell us what spark plug's bad. It'll tell us what coil's bad. A lot of cool things. And you get XP, I believe, for each thing that you use with a scanner. We're going to do the fuel pressure just so if they say something about a fuel pump. Multimeter is also something else that's pretty cool to use. Compression tester will tell us if piston rings or piston is bad. Tire tread we don't really need, but whatever. And I think that's it. I don't want to go too crazy because some of these jobs, like if I have to spend $3,000 to fix it, we're not going to have the money. So that should be what we're going to start off with. The tablet's nice because you can use the shop anywhere, but I feel like we only have one car at a time, so it's not really a hassle, and we don't really have to use the store anywhere. So maybe next time we level up, we come in here to give our skill point, we'll grab that because we should have enough money then. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Just a little introduction to it. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So like we're gonna be rocking and rolling here. So we have another story order. So we'll probably do like the story and then the side also. Well, not that side one because it already went away. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and ride this wave out, and we're gonna be mechanic for a little bit here. So I will be uploading this on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm uploading the other series Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is Crash. I'm gonna upload this Tuesday and Thursday, noon Eastern, like normal. And we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it. So I will catch you guys in the next one.